All right. Let's move on to fucking Aaron Rodgers.
The man himself.
Green Bay. Obviously the team to beat. You got Aaron Rodgers. Big changes. Devontae Adams, favorite target for the last 5+ years, is gone. It's going to probably, I mean,
talk about him next week.
Yeah, obviously a huge loss. So the receiving core is, it's up to Alan Lazard to kind of step in to be the one. He's got Sammy Watkins.
Not a one.
Yeah, I mean, he had some.
I got him on my fantasy team. He'll put up decent points, but I will. Is it a hot take if I say that Sammy Watkins will have more catches than Alan Lazard?
Yeah, 100 goddamn.
I think so. Yeah,
I think
that.
By season's end, Sammy Watkins will be a favorite target.
The problem with Alan Lazard is that he's always been overshadowed by Devontae. But the problem is he is a player very similar to Devontae, just not quite as good.
Who do you guys think is the biggest beneficiary to the 150 targets that Devontae?
Well, that's what I was going to get to. I'm going to go the opposite direction. I think Sammy Watkins is going to be basically forgotten about by the end of the year. I think Alan Lazard, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Randall Cobb has literally been his guy since day one. So I think Randall Cobb, and then all you've seen coming out of camp is Romeo Doubs. I think he's nasty. Yep. Christian Watson was drafted to be kind of like
Packers fans are so hot on Doubs right now. They say that he is the guy.
He looks really good. Now, I like Sammy Watkins. I just think that he's just been in some very talented offensive and kind of disappeared. He was just played with Patrick Mahomes, and obviously he had Tyreek and stuff there, but he's just kind of disappeared. He also was he in Baltimore, right? Like he was with Lamar in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd have to figure that Aaron Jones is probably going to catch a couple more balls out of the backfield.
I think he's the biggest winner.
So I was going to say, so back to your question, I think it'll be Aaron Jones and Robert Tonyan.
Bingo.
I think Robert Tonyan is going to be a red zone freak.
I could definitely see that. Aaron needs somebody
trusted target,
trust in the red zone, and that's probably the short list.
Bobby Tonyan.
If not, it's going to be Randall Cobb, unfortunately. But
Alan Lazard. Wasn't Alan Lazard having troubles after he came back with dropping the ball? Like, didn't he have a lot of fucking drops or something like that? Or maybe he just was he was just not effective after he came back, obviously after the big injury. But I would love to see what he looks like perfectly healthy, because I don't think we saw that in its entirety last year. And I don't think he's I think I agree with Stu though. I don't think he's a number one. I don't think he has the ability to be a number one. Which means somebody in this offense is gonna have to step up, because they're not gonna settle for mediocrity.
My hot take on this team is that you're gonna see Sammy Watkins kind of have like this renaissance year where he's gonna have numbers like he did in Buffalo.
That is spicy, dude. That's real spicy.
Nick hates the take, but it's
no, I'm just not gonna shit on it any further. There's no way. But
it's a take quake for sure.
Yeah. So I would argue Randall Cobb has more catches than Sammy Watkins at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so too.
What they each have 50?
18th rated offensive line that coming into this year. A lot of that's Jenkins,
David Bakhtiari, which we'll see how he fares. He was injured last year, wasn't he?
He was out most of the year. Yeah, he was out.
Yeah, so we'll see if
he tried to come back for the playoffs, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If he's back in full strength, he'll be an anchor. But
I like AJ Dillon's new role in this team, and I think it's only going to increase. I think Aaron Jones next year might be the odd man out, and AJ Dillon will probably be the guy who takes over the number one duties for this. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a 50-50 split in that backfield this year, with Aaron Jones maybe lining up as a wideout and running a 2 running back system. Might be a common look you might see with this team this year.
Well, that's pretty much what they did last year, right?
Same thing, didn't you, Nick?
What?
That Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are basically going to be split in snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think they flex Aaron Jones out to the slot a little bit more this year, use him as receiver. And I think that, if I'm not mistaken, last year they were a pretty even split, not quite like the Denver split in running back committees, but they're pretty even across the board. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. And AJ Dillon's just a fucking beast. I mean, like
Yeah,
body
he is.
type wise, you put him on the goal line. That's a guy that you fucking smash the fucking goal line with. So I would expect him to get the most rushing touchdowns on this offense this year. Aaron Jones is, PPR wise, I think his lack of what he's going to have in terms of rushing attempts will probably be gapped by his receiving. So I think
Absolutely.
he's still a steady fantasy asset, and all things considered. I mean, he is like a 26, 27-year-old running back, so the time is ticking on him. In dynasty, but I think he's still going to be a guy for the next couple of years. His talent. The only thing that I remember I told you guys this stat. This is so crazy to me. Aaron Jones is only 6 months younger than Todd Gurley, which is
Wow.
I almost feel like they played in different eras of football, but
Right.
Feels that way.
yeah, that one blew my mind the other day.
They also have a tight end that's 55 years old. Mercedes Lewis is still there.
Oh
Mercedes.
my gosh. Wow. I can't believe he's still playing.
Wasn't he an original Jaguar?
Catching
passes from Steve Brunell.
Is that the same one?
Original.
Yeah,
that really
that is the same.
Oh my
Mercedes
God.
Lewis.
How does he keep making the team? Is what I want to know. Shouldn't there have
How
been
the
some
fuck
tight
is
end?
Jared Cook still fucking.
That's
it's
an
hard to find good tight ends.
It's an indictment on the college football
He's
system.
38,
and not,
dude.
and not being able to. exceed
Mercedes
tight end
Lewis is
roster.
38.
Bro.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's actually wild. All right,
He's
Tony
gonna
Gonzalez old.
He's gonna outplay Brady.
This
Right.
defense is good. That's like the long and the short of it. Good linebackers, good secondary.
Good corner.
Yeah, good corner for sure. Pretty good ends too. Really, Jaron Reed and Preston Smith are fine. Kenny Clark's not bad. Yeah.
Nick,
like
any
corners.
comments on this defense? Anything sticking
just-
out?
No, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I mean, it looks all right. Yeah, I mean, I don't. What do they rank? I don't know if. I mean, I feel like they're always underwhelming. I don't know if they're great.
So last year they were 14 or 13, somewhere around there. And I think they're projected to go a little bit up because they're getting some people back that were injured.
Yeah, I mean, Jair Rodriguez has gotten burnt quite a few times. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're on paper they look really good, but I think this is where they're gonna struggle. So in my
this
opinion,
is a 13 and 14. It's I don't think that when we get to the schedule it'll be that good, but yeah, old Mason Crosby's still there.
well, let's pull it up, see what happens.
The scary.
I just wonder if Aaron Rodgers has. I mean, I know he's Aaron Rodgers. There's no doubt he's great, but is he good enough to elevate what is obviously a way worse wide receiver core and stay the course and be consistent and run the gauntlet of the NFC North and produce another playoff, team, a division winner? I don't know if he can elevate these guys. It's not like Tom Brady who's coming, at 40 years old with all of his toys and all of his weapons and stuff like that. I think it's just it's a really shitty scenario for him to be in. I don't know if he has. I don't know if it's possible for one guy to be able to do it.
I think he is a generational talent enough to. If there is anyone in the league,
Sure,
5 quarterbacks that could do it in the league, he's one of them. But again, it's going to be another story of in the regular season, absolutely. But then when it comes, divisional playoffs or divisional championship or conference championship game, yeah, probably not. It's going to be more of the same with the Packers. But yeah, 13 wins, I could see that.
Still counting. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them 10 wins, 10, 11 wins tops.
So you think they're tying with Minnesota then, Nick?
Possibly, or I think one of them wins one more game than the other.
Yeah. So essentially you got them pretty much like in the same tier of football team then, right?
Yeah, but I do think they're going to lose some games. Like I think they're going to lose to Philly on Sunday Night Football.
Woo! Hot take.
I mean, is it?
I don't know.
Philly's stacked. So.
It seems like the media has really come on to Philly in the last week as like a division favorite. So I'm not. I'll believe it when I see it. I think the talent's there, but I don't know. I would be optimistic if I'm a Philly fan. There's no doubt, but
I mean, this is a season where
let's
Jalen
see.
Hurts has every opportunity to make it. I mean,
Yeah, no doubt.
they can go far with that roster.
Okay, let's get this Green Bay.
I'm gonna say 11-6 or 12-5.
You got.
I'd probably
I mean, I think
11-6.
I think this is the most unanimous we've all been. I think I'm right there with you guys. I think Aaron Rodgers has enough in the tank to carry him to double-digit wins, and I think they're going to fight for a division title. But I think for the first time in a long time, it's actually going to be a question of who wins this thing at week 14, week 15 versus. Okay, are they going to play their starters in week 18 or 17?
Dude, that week 17 game is going to be fun.
That I didn't even see that was on the schedule. That could be for the division,
to highlight some points in the Packers schedule. The Rams game, the Tampa Bay game, and the Buffalo game, I think were 3 games that I'm like, you're definitely going to lose those. But if you take one of those,
right, that could be could be, especially if you win that Tampa game early and you start off the season 3-0. I think that gives a lot of confidence to a team with a new. It gives a lot of confidence to the team that they're still, the team to beat in this division.
And I agree with Stu. The playoffs come, all bets off. You don't have,
Or if they're, I mean, it's just it's whenever they play San Francisco, it's over. It's just Aaron Rodgers
make them pay.
Dude, how much do you think it kills him inside to have to watch that highlight of him at the draft being like, yeah, San Francisco is going to really regret not drafting me. And it's like they beat you fucking 3 NFC championships.
Who was that was it Big Cat that brought that up recently?
I think it was in the Aaron Rodgers interview, yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.